And so I've brought a Californian and a New Yorker on to join us here, conservative political commentator Gina Loudon from California and Democratic strategist Michael Starr Hopkins. So basically, you all are going to wind up, I would think, paying a little more here. People who are high wage earners in some of these states with very high income tax rates will actually pay more. And the concern is, are they carrying the weight for for everyone else who's getting a break here? Michael, I'll start with you.
Yeah, listen, the people of New Jersey, the state where I live, they rely on those state and local tax deductions so that they can afford to, go about their daily life and be able to put food in their fridge. And so the reason that these costs are so expensive is because states like New Jersey, New York, California
but
have
I'm going to stop you, okay? Because in all fairness here, if you are middle class in New Jersey, if you're making a very modest living there, you're not going to. So when you talk about putting food in your refrigerator, I'm talking about something different. I'm telling you that this is going to hurt the highest earners in New Jersey and New York and California. Okay, it's not people that are struggling just to put food in their refrigerator.
Well, I think
just so we can clarify.
It'll hurt both. It's going to hurt the top 1% millionaires in New Jersey, but it's also going to affect people in New Jersey who have high property taxes because the cap is now going to be $10,000. And so in New Jersey, what's considered middle class isn't going to be the same thing that's middle claess in Alabama.
Well, this gets at an issue that we talk about a lot. When you say you want to be able to tax anybody who's making $200,000, at the tippy top rate, the reality is $200,000 in New Jersey or New York or California isn't the same as it is in Kansas or Tennessee. But that's usually my argument, not yours. Gina, I'll go over to you for a second. I mean, this is all kind of inverted here because, Michael's trying to say, oh, this is going to penalize the middle class. What I'm telling you is it's actually not really going to hurt the middle class. It's actually going to hurt people that earn a fair amount of money, and you may say, well, who cares? To heck with them. But these people that earn a lot of money in places like California and New York, guess what? They employ a lot of other people. And so I am concerned about the economic effects for New York and for California. What say you?
I would say one thing, I've moved from the state of California to the state of Florida recently, Trish, because
I didn't realize that. Good for you, girl. You got a much better tax situation there.
A much better tax situation, much less corrupt government. The blue states are taking advantage of the red states here, Trish, and this is simply putting an end to the subsidies of the blue states by the red states that can less afford it. And so this is really just evening the playing field. I would think that the Democrats, who always claim to be the champion, right, of the middle class, would be all for this, because if you look at the blue states, we're talking about the banking industry, we're talking about Wall Street, we're talking about higher Hollywood.
Yes, no, I hear you, because you think that basically Cuomo would actually like this or welcome this because you're taking from the rich and giving to the less rich. It's a redistribution of wealth, if you would. Michael, it is. I mean, it is. And if you're going to be consistent with your argument, that's part of it.
Well, to Gina's point about Florida, they don't have an income tax rate. And so because they don't have an income tax, they actually rely on money from blue states, from the money that they get from NOAA, the money that they get from the Department of Homeland Security for hurricane preparedness and for disasters after hurricanes. I lived in Florida, so I know how this works. That's blue state money that's going to a purple state. And so let's not forget that blue money is what helps the rest of the country pay its bills.
But again, you should kind of like that, right? Because you're a Democrat. And you believe in
I don't have a problem with that, but I just want it to be acknowledged that that's how we pay our bills, from these big blue states.
Well,
final word to Gina.
I'd like for it to be acknowledged that it is the states like Florida that control their appetites and don't spend like a bunch of drunken sailors, and that's why costs are low to live in states like Florida. Perhaps instead of pointing fingers, states like California and New York should take a reflective look in the mirror and reconsider how much they want to tax their people.
I think this is going to cause them to do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It would be healthy to see some of these blue states get their spending under control. Gina, Michael, thank you so much. I'm going to see you guys in a little bit, so don't go anywhere.